Hi. Hello. I'm going to be doing this until like 7:30 or something. I'm just going to pull this up and drag it over here so I can see my live chat. Drag it over here so I can see my live. Oh shoot, I think I have a voice changer on. Wait, no? That's weird. Alright, anyways, let's start.
They're just duplicates of our original player sprite, but with the t-shirt red, because
Speaking of, I made temporary enemy sprites. These are actually going to be used in the final game. Like I said, they're temporary, so they will not be actually used. Oh, that's nothing. Alright, I'm just gonna. Oh yeah, for anybody new, I'm just gonna. Okay. Here it is. Oh. Why does it keep doing that? Almost like turns it on. Anyways. Yeah, so it's like. The animations are slightly broken. It's like, oh, that's a glitch I need to fix. What just happened? Alright, let's restart our game. Okay, so that's weird. Is that possible with every single wall? Yeah, it's possible with every single wall. Alright, anyways. I'm a little bit curious. How did Alright, anyways. Should probably import the sprites. Dead. That's just a dead sprite. supposed to just... I know that circle is really bad, but honestly I could not care right now. Underscore enemy temp underscore fall dot if. GIF. Okay, let's already import it. We'll go back, import. Underscore enemy underscore enemy temp underscore idle yeah. Spur underscore and then the enemy temp run. Create another sprite and oh, that's an object. Well, delete. Alright, anyways. It's a dead sprite as well. Spur underscore enemy temp underscore dead. I think I need a alright, let's see.
Because enemies wear red, right? I literally just duplicated everything we already had. Same origins and everything. And I've also got this enemy dead sprite. This is a new one. It's very similar to our airborne sprite in that it's got a sprite for moving up and a sprite for moving down, like split into 2 frames like that. And this is how I set this one up. Origin 2140 with a collision mask kind of like this, specifically based around the second one, just so it can kind of fit into small spaces and just sort of lie cleanly on the floor. Just showing you that in case you're following along using my exact assets, so you can use the same settings that I'm using. Those assets again will just be in the description, so any new ones you have.
I should do collision. Just slightly below. Yes, good. Just gonna make this a little bit lower. Yeah, that's good.
Before you can get them from the description of this video. So now I've got these sprites in, what do I want to do now? I want to create an object for the enemy, right? Just in the same way we created one for the player. The way I'm going to do this, and the simplest way to kind of create an enemy in the platform environment that just sort of behaves the same kind of physics and stuff we've already set up for our player, is I'm not going to go through all the kind of like, walk left, right, collision stuff again, because I've done it once, I've got it in the player, so I'm just going to right click the player and hit duplicate. Then we can do a copy of him. Rename him enemy. Quick way to rename anything in here, you just select it and press F2 and the rename thing comes up, or you can right click, hit rename, shows you the shortcut there as well. Now double click this and swap the sprite to S enemy and the collision mask also to S enemy. Okay.
And hold on. Object underscore enemy temp. That should be good.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out some of the stuff that we don't want. So we don't want this key press R thing that we just put in on the enemy. Wouldn't really make a difference, but let's get rid of that and just clean that up. But if we go into a step event, so we want this guy to behave like in the same way as our player, but not take inputs from the player, okay? So we can pretty much deal with that just by cutting out everything from where we wrote get player input here all the way down to just before VSP here, okay? So you just cut all that out. We obviously want this VSP thing in here still because that deals with our gravity and movement. The other thing we want to cut out is this section here that deals with pressing the jump key, because obviously we want to control our enemies with a jump key, right? So let's get rid of that as well. So now what we've basically got here is like a dummy, right? The dummy object that will.
I would place this guy in like room 100. Let's see what happens. Oh, okay, so he doesn't like follow me or anything. He's just there. Kind of like a sprite, but an actual object sprite. Okay, that's cool.
Just sort of like has all this physics and stuff, but you've got no way to control him and actually move him around.
Well, then actually I'm gonna make this guy enemy temp. At least this one, that one's gonna be, I'm gonna duplicate this. This one's going to be object dummy. Dummy.
Yeah, which we'll put in ourselves later. The other thing we'll want to clean up while we're in here as well is any references to the original player sprites, because you know we dealt with our animation at the bottom. The previous one we've got S player A, S player, and S player R. I think these are the only instances of this, but if you want to be absolutely sure, you can press Control F and just type player and just go through each one. You could also just quickly do a replace all, probably, on the word player. I'm just going to type it in manually.
Okay, so Control 7, F7, F7, no. The heck? Oh, wait, what?
Type player because of this, but if you want to be absolutely sure, you can press Control F and just type.
Okay, so it's Control F.
Type player and just go through each one. You could also just quickly do a replace all.
You know what? Just for the sake of it, I'm gonna do spur underscore enemy temp underscore jump. So just to make this a lot easier. Bam. Oh, okay. So I need to change this. Alright, let's see. Oh, it said here it is, except he's a bit off the ground. Okay, I need to fix that. Edit image and edit sprite. Oh. Okay, a collision mask. eventually.
Probably. On the word player. I'm just going to type it in manually just so we make sure we get each. So we can clearly see the 3 that you want to make sure you've replaced. I've named these sprites exactly